He has traveled almost every nook and cranny of Africa. And I think he hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Austin, that's what we've been saying all along.
That's right.
Yeah, he mentioned that, and quite true, that some of the clubs are owned by government, some of the infrastructures by local authorities and government. And really, you see, when you don't have infrastructures of your own, then you can't take your destiny into your hands. I've gone for a game, for instance, somewhere in this country, and we are told that because of a rally, the game will not hold. And there was nothing anybody could have done. We went back, you know. So these are some of the pitfalls of Nigerian football.
Oh my God.
You know, so you see, if we have 10 clubs that can meet this criteria, then we are in business. I heard that all the clubs in Africa have up to 2017, you know, to abide by the club licensing rule, and these things are very achievable. He has itemized them, you know, infrastructure, grassroots program.
That's right.
You know, transparency in terms of accounting. I think that is a very, very crucial point for us in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Accountability, transparency.
That's right.
As it regards financing. You know, like they say here, government money is very easy to, you know, divert. Nobody gets to, you know, to account for all the money that have been spent. We hear a lot about money being approved and released, clubs, the players are being owed, and the questions are, where are all this money going to? You know, so if we are able to follow what the Secretary General has itemized, then we are in business.
That's right.
We've been hearing about players being owed. We've been hearing about playing you know, on a stadium that has substandard pitches. Then every other thing, like you said, television.
Yeah.
In South Africa, apart from Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, when other teams are playing, the stadiums are almost empty. But because they have TV, then the corporate bodies will always, you know, identify with them.
I agree.
You know, so I think it's the way forward.
Toby, I'll keep you talking as regards broadcast. You cannot say you want to develop your league football and people can't see it on TV.
Yeah, really. Oya just hit a point now. I mean, you know, when you watch South Africa League, I mean, they don't have such crowd, you know, compared to what we get in Europe. But the broadcasting is huge. I mean, when you can be sure of, you know, seeing about 10 fixtures, you know, 10 games every weekend, you can sit at home, you know, subscribe to any of the cable, you know, stuff, and you get to see games. You know, you get more followership with the broadcasting.
Yeah.
Do a lot of, you know, partnership with the local stations. Yeah, as much as many you could do, radio, print, and a lot of things. You know, this will attract, you know, the audience. The audience will have access to information and a lot of things. So, you know, sometimes you got so weak when you can't even access, you know, some little information about how things is being run in African football, Nigerian, you know, so to speak. It is painful, you know. But when you are open, when the audience at a click can get every information about your clubs, you know, they begin to love you more. They begin to ask for more. They will have the urge to follow you. So it is very, very important. The club is important for African football.
Yeah.
Just like you said about 54, you know, nations and different mindsets. And we need to come together and realize that the club is important for us to move African football to that level we'll be clamoring for. If Tunisia, South Africa, Egypt can be getting things right, what happened to the West African? Sometimes you see pitches in Ghana and sometimes you just feel bad. Even in Nigeria, I mean, the IBR derby on a turf that is very terrible, you just feel pained. And these are things we can do.
Yeah.
Sometimes people talk about government. You know, when you try and trace back how the European football really get successful, government are involved.
Yeah.
All we just need from the government is to install the right people at the end of our
government wants to be sure that they are leaving it to people that are responsible.
You know,
you heard him say it's long term.
Yeah. Imagine if I'm giving 600 million to run in a full season, I need to check back. I need to ask questions. You need to come back and tell me how you get spend the money, the income, the outcome.
That's right.
You don't just install people and you allow them just to use the government, you know, money as they could. But I think African football needs to develop. Now we have a chance to compete at the FIFA World Club Cup. Africa should get a chance of winning.
Yeah.
If you have a solid team from here, if you have a solid structure, we can compete with Barcelona and the rest of the world.
I agree.
It is important that we put the club. In 2017 is just I beg your pardon, just about less than 24 months away from 2016. And I think we should be getting things right, especially from the Nigerian angle. We are tired of repeating the same thing every season. We need to move up. We need to develop. Like just like Oye said, if it is 10 teams, let's play league football.
That's right.
What about having 20 teams and we've got a lot of problems? If it is 10 teams, that is ready to make the club licensing. Let's play league football.
That will do it international standard
Yep.
and ensure that we promote our local football. And it's just, let's see, it's not just come here, talk as LMC to do. The man mentioned financial transparency.
Very key.
Absolutely.
Financial transparency. There's no way, because see, they give ministry money, say give club chairman. The guy holds on to it. And players are complaining that they are not being paid. And somebody just sits on it, he's not concerned.
And nobody is there to query you. I mean, for example, let's choose Shooting Stars as an example. I mean, if most of these people are not transparent, even as a private company, to come and do business with you will be very difficult. Because I can't be sure putting 100 million naira into Warri Wolves.
Or you even show me books that are so unbalanced.
I mean, it is unfair. Yeah. Let me tell you one. You know, some of these clubs that hold players, you will feel sad to know that most of this money have been released, and the money doesn't get to the players.
We saw it with Taraba.
And most of
governor says I approved 3 months. I mean, someone paid only 1 month.
And Austin, the club chairman, what all the government does is they will remove them, replace them with another person that's not even capable of getting into that
responsible leadership.
We need to realize that football is business. Government need to. I mean, they have a lot of projects to do. If they can make football as a business, you get relieved. Yeah. The 600 rand you're pumping into a club, can also do something in other sector in your state.
Government can even use an AIMBA, for instance, to plan. The AIMBA can help us generate 60% of this. So let's invest in AIMBA because we are sure that we will get this, and this from them. That's what it is. We can go on and on talking about it.
We should also highlight what another aspect that Amrani said, where he said he supports a club in Morocco while following the La Liga. I think our administrators, I've seen some of them wear Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, and all those stuff. And these are administrators. We need to start, leading by example. Support the local clubs, wear their souvenirs. So that when you are asking the fans to follow the clubs, wear the souvenirs and all those things, they are also looking up to you. You can't be asking them to do this and you are doing another thing. So I think the Mr. Amrani really said the right thing. African administrators should also leave the talk by doing the same thing they're asking the fans to do.
That's right. Let's take some messages on Twitter now. You guys cannot just stop talking about the Ballon d'Or. Olamilekon Lawal says Mesut Ozil is supposed to be in the midfield as FIFA named players of the year. Let's look at what Ozil is playing. Well, they voted and that's what it is. Calvin the Jiggy Man says I'm happy our Chanigos are doing well in their prep towards this tournament. I hope they won't falter when it matters most, and that's what we've said also. We're wishing them all the best to go all the way. Abdullahi Tayo says as much as we try to scrutinize the fifth Pro 11, the truth is that all the players selected deserves it.
They are quality players, no doubt.
Professionals.
It's difficult to take another person.
And they'll fix somebody.
We totally
agree with you.
The Ozil, yes, this season he's getting into his groove, his real position as a playmaker, assistant. And that is what he has been doing. I think over the years, they didn't use him properly.
Okay, let's just take this one from Victor Abolo. It says, Coach of the Year, Luis Enrique deserves it 100%. He said, congratulations. Well, we just talk about it.
He disagrees with you.
We just talk about it. Calvin the Jiggy Man says, I hope Odion Igalo wins BBC Footballer of the Year, CAF Footballer of the Year, and then FIFA Ballon d'Or come next year, Jare. Now, Kelvin, the problem is that Jare that you added to it. That's the sarcasm right there. Thank you so much, Yoye, for coming around. Thank you so much, Toby. And I hope you guys stay fit. No stories.
We are back.
The team needs you guys.
We don't fit.
Yeah. Keep the fitness, Yoye. All right, that's it. That's the show. And to you, wherever you're in the world watching sports tonight on Channels TV, remember, you can keep talking to us. Yes, you can. When we leave here, we get you involved. On Twitter, we're Channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're Channels-sports. That's the show on behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakwan. Sports is so much fun. So in everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.